be like. Elisha knew who he wanted to be like. He did not just choose just anybody. He didn't just submit to anybody. He submitted to who he wanted to be like. Many times people submit out of excitement. Maybe for example, someone comes to your church and ministers, you love the rhymes, the remalicious, out of excitement, because you loved what the person was preaching, which is not also bad. But Elisha went beyond, and he knew, because somebody can preach does not mean that you should submit because you don't want to be like the person. That the person preached a good sermon, is that why you want to submit? Because somebody can preach something nice, have a large church, have a good business, but what do you want to be like? You need to know what you want to be like for you to know who to serve. You don't just admire to choose who you will serve. You should first of all know, who do I want to be like to be able to serve? And there is something you must know about this person to be able to stay there. There is something you must know about the person to be able to stay there. So you must say, and that is why it is serve. So you don't snap who you want to be like, you serve who you want to be like. Because you see, many people want to pray for things they are not ready for. Elisha knew, so he stayed on service. He had to serve Elisha. He serviced the anointing on Elijah's life. Elisha serviced the anointing on Elijah's life. He says, as long as God lives and as your soul lives, I will not stay here, I will move. Who do you want to be like? You don't snap it. See, I hear this thing. When you need a spiritual father, so when you submit to a father, it gives you feather to fly. Is it something like that? What's the thing? Tell me, what does this say? It gives you feather to go further. You can have a father and not have the feather to go further. It's not in the father you serve. It's not in the father you choose. It's in who you are servicing. It's not having a spiritual father. Because let me tell you something. You can have a mentor that is growing or anointed, or have a spiritual father or spiritual mother that is growing and anointed. It does not make you anointed. It does not. Because many people don't know what they should draw from the person. They just get excited and want to be close to the anointed. Nearness to the anointed doesn't make you anointed. That you snap picture with the one that is anointed does not make you. You don't snap anointing. You service anointing. That you sit with the anointed does not also make you anointed. I want to snap it. You want to take picture. They don't take anointing. They don't snap it. It is service who you want to be like. It is service. If you have a mentor, you'll be tormented. You can have a mentor and be tormented. If you have a mentor, you will not be tormented. You can have a mentor and have many tormentors. Because these are the wrong things you have taken. Because it's not sufficient to have a mentor. People can send you mails. I want you to mentor me. I want you to do this. You can mentor, and the person is still tormented by the same thing you have told the person. So it doesn't end that way. You have to service the person you want to be like. I read Benny Hinn's books a lot. I can't count the number of books I've read by Benny Hinn. Every of his book, there's hardly any book I've read by Benny Hinn that do not talk about Kachunkuma. I'm going somewhere. I was thinking in my head that because he writes a lot about Kachunkuma, he sat with her until I stumbled on a sermon on YouTube by Benny Hinn. I was listening. He said, until Kachunkuma died, he never had a one-on-one with Kachunkuma. He didn't snap picture with her. He didn't sit. He did not even have the opportunity to have a one-on-one with her. But every time she had a meeting, he will go hours before the meeting time. He will be part of everything that is going on. He will stay, he will watch, he will observe, he will do all, he will be there. But he never had a one-on-one with Catherine Kuma. He told me something. You don't have to sit with the person you want to be like the person. Let me come again. You don't have to sit with the person you want to be like to really be. When I'm talking about sit, it's not, oh, you know what? Pastor Anwinli is my mentor. Reverend Oasis is my father. You don't necessarily have to have a one-on-one to be like the person. I'm not saying one-on-one is not good. Get my point. He did not, if you watch him very closely, you can see the impact of Catherine Kuma in his life. But he never had a one-on-one. But he will attend her meetings on the regular. When it was time for a funeral, the PA of Catherine Kuma told him, he said, "You are going to preach." How? And she said a statement, I read it in one of his books. She said, she told him, he said, "Listen, go and do the things that you have seen Catherine do. Because you can sit and not see nothing. You can stay and not tap anything. When people know what they want to be like, there's something they know about the person they are really serving. The prophets came around. It could be that there were other people around Elijah, but there was something Elisha knew. And that's why he was following. You must serve on knowledge. You must serve on knowledge. There is something you know about this person that keeps you going. You must serve on knowledge. Don't be interested in, when I take this, I want people to know that this is person. They don't need you. See, it is impartation that announces you know who you snap with. Can snap and still be at a level. It is impartation that announces you. It's not what you are snapping, who you are snapping with. You must know, you must serve, you should not service on nothing, service on something you know about the person. And that is why when Elijah told him, he said, "Please stay here, for the Lord has sent me to Bethel." Reply, "As the Lord lives and as your soul is, I will not leave you." So they went down to Bethel. He went further again to the next city. He said, "Stay here." Because you see, service is not easy. There were things that could have been on the journey, on the road, that probably could have made him quit. This call is for me. But Elisha also knew that he too had a call, so he was moving. He moved alongside his master. Every city that Elijah went, he would always turn back and say, "You see, Elijah, you can't go. This road is tough. It's very crooked. You can't follow me." Probably they were even trekking, and maybe like 2 hours, 3 hours from the city to the other city. But Elisha was following. You know why? Because he knew something. So he wanted to draw. He knew something. Don't serve on emptiness. You must serve on knowledge. You must serve with knowledge. There's something you must know. And that's why you are there. So he knew that on this particular day, Elijah was going to be taken away. So he knew the only way he would receive is for him to keep on following. So he refused to quit. Servants must not quit, especially when you know why you are there. Number 3. Let's go down to verse 10. Verse 9. Verse 9, quickly. Servants must see to receive. Number 3 or number 2. Servants must see. Don't serve without sight. Servants must see to receive. You see, and when they had crossed over, because we're talking about takeover. You can't take over without sight. You are seeing nothing. You want to take over. It's not possible. It says, and when they had crossed over, Elijah said to Elisha, he says, ask what I shall do for you before I am taken from you. He says, ask what I shall do. Now the question is, what if